Good morning. Good morning, or yeah, almost good afternoon. This is your favorite channel, Tactical MIDI. Here another day. I need to whiten my teeth. Yeah, I never did that. I need to change this bridge. These are fake. One, two, three. All these three are fake. Um, you know how it goes. Too many fights, broken teeth. Um, I'm just I'm just jumping in just to jump in. I just been having a blast with my setup. I see everybody's jumping into the Behringer 2600, and I don't want to get that. I, I could get it. I can just go ahead and order me a 2600 by Behringer if I wanted to, but it takes too much space for one voice. And I'm really thinking about the Novation Peak. Novation Peak. I'm really thinking about the Novation Peak. Uh, but I don't know because I have an analog 4, so I cannot buy any monophonic synthesizers. Right now, it wouldn't make sense because I got the analog 4 has 4 monophonic voices, or I can make one of the voices duophonic and then have 2 more monophonic. And it's too versatile for the job. Uh, what I was thinking about was the analog heat. I was thinking about the analog heat, and I'm probably gonna acquire the analog heat, either Mark One or Mark Two. Uh, I'm very interested in processing the sound with, I don't know, this hurts right here, like right there. I'm probably a zip coming out or something. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm intrigued by that. What else? Um, there's not much that I can say. Them, who's them? K Christian, 7288. What's going on, man? How you doing? Uh, is that Muha Mayed Jogi Jogi? What's going on, Muhammad? Muhammad Jogi Jogi. What do you, bro? What do you what? What am I doing? I'm just sitting here chilling, waiting for my people to come out of the doctor's office, and here, just here, just showing up for a minute, and I'm gonna leave. Um, just having a thought about a couple more hardware that I want to get, and thinking about the renegades that are doing. I cook. I'm a chef. That's what I do for work, and I make music on the side. My my hobby, because I can't call it a job. My hobby is to play hardware, synthesizers, drum machines, um, and make all around music, different genres. Uh, I haven't made any rock. I'm gonna start doing some rock. I can play guitar too, but I've been making some electronic dance music, reggaeton music, um, hip hop, trap. Um, what else? Drum and bass. I'm really into the drum and bass movement right now. And what else can I say? Drum and bass and like random electronic type of ambient type of stuff. I like to do that. I'm just jumping in just to say hello to people and because I got anything else. I'm really bored right now. And I'm just here, just thinking about future hardware that I want to acquire. One of those pieces of hardware is the analog heat. I'm really thinking about it. I just don't know. I have to find out from people that have used the analog heat Mark One and Mark Two to see what the difference is. I know the analog heat plus effects is basically the analog heat Mark II with added effects to it. So it's probably the same thing. I don't think I need that many effects after the amount of effects I got. Right now, the new firmware from Toneberg 1.3.2. That's the one we're at. Yeah, 1.3.2. Very stable. I'm liking it a lot. I like the machine. I like the way it works. Uh, I've been, I'm working on a live set for for my live jams online. So I'm working on that live set right now. Not right now because I'm not at home, but as soon as I get home, I'm gonna get working on it. I need to make. I'll see if I can make like at least 10 different sequences, so I can have a pretty long jam session. That's what I want to do. Uh, yeah, I work in the kitchen. As you can see, I'm all burnt up everywhere. You see, there's burns, burn marks, burn marks there, burn mark there. When you work in the kitchen all day, you tend to sometimes you forget that things are hot and you burn yourself. And that's why I got this tattoo, cover up a couple burns that don't look that bad. Uh, yeah, I'm just wondering if there's anybody that has had any experience with Analog Heat Mark One, and if they can recommend it to me, uh, or the Analog Heat Mark Two. Also, I'm very interested in. Uh, the thing is that all these machines and boxes are really expensive, so I'm looking at the second-hand market right now. Not buying. I'm not trying to buy new. This is too much right now. So yeah. Um, yeah, that was it. I'll see you guys later. I might hop in later. I'm gonna go into the studio and hop in and do something. Maybe I'm not sure. Things are kind of slow at this moment. The internet's slow. The YouTube is slow. Everybody's waiting on Super Booth to start, and a lot of people are gonna do reaction content to the Super Booth. I don't do none of that stuff. I hate to go and take other people's like videos. And I know it's okay to do, but I'm just like what's the point? Like it's cool and everything. Probably bring the news. Basically, maybe I'll go. I What I like to do is I like to check the products themselves on the internet. What's going on? Digi Addict? How's it going? So yeah, I'm just thinking about future electron things and future hardware that I might get. I'm thinking seriously about that Arturia, the one that can play the V collection. I forget. They have two kinds. They have the little 37 mini key one. I'm thinking seriously about getting that one. Uh, and maybe I have the space, maybe I don't. Uh, but I think I'm gonna see if I can get it, just because it has a lot of natural sounds in there. Probably. I had the MC707 by Roland, but I sold it, and I sold it because it's a big machine. I'm looking for I I'm looking for something that is compact, and it brings me a lot of natural sounds, like like to have like a really small Rumpler. I saw one on the internet, but I don't know if it has MIDI capabilities, and it has to be able to be MIDI into the because it's important to have some natural sounding stuff, like instrument stuff. How you doing, Aaron Parties? How's it going, man? Good morning, or good afternoon now. Just here chilling, waiting for my auntie to come out of the doctor's office. She's getting her eye checked out, and I'm here like kind of bored, so I jumped in. Yeah, man, I jumped in and here rambling about the analog heats, because probably I'll with the analog heat I might have more. I got the Behringer 369. Is cool for a leveling amplifier, like you know, and it's all good. But I'm really thinking about the analog heat big time. Let's see what happens. I'm waiting to see if I can get. If I might put to sale the Behringer 369, or I might not. If it sells, it sells. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. But if I can get, what's up, Trader to the Living? How you doing, man? Good afternoon. Yeah, yes, Trader. I know you said Trader says the analog heat is dope, and I use it on everything. So, do you have the Mark One or the Mark Two, Trader? Good afternoon, the machines ones. How you doing? Good day. Um, I don't have the FX version, but I just the Mark Two. So I was wondering if the Mark One is pretty much the same as the Mark. They said I read that they reworked all the analog circuitry on the Mark Two. It probably sounds better. It'll probably sound better, I think. Uh, the FX, I don't think I need the FX version unless I wanted to do crazy stuff on a. Let's say let's say I was doing like a solo jam with one machine, which I'm gonna start doing very soon. I'm gonna start just working on the tone work, and then I'm gonna have some sessions where I just work on the digitone one, and then I wanna do other sessions where I just work with just one machine at a time, and that's cool too. I like to work that way also. It's I get too excited. I want to connect everything at the same time. But yeah, I don't have FX version. It's my so um so MK1 is almost the same from what I understand. Some updated stuff like screen and few things on MK2. So I read they reworked the analog circuitry, so it might sound better. I try to find comparison videos online or chat rooms about that subject, and there's barely any information. Yeah, because the Mark One, I'm tempted to get the Mark One because I can get it at a good price, and I can get it also the Mark Two at a good price also, but I'm not sure. Yeah, the Mark Two is basically the Mark Two is the Plus FX. I think it's the same. Yeah, the MK2. But why would I need an upgraded screen? What would I need to upgrade a screen? I want sound. Um, it's probably better, I think, just to have a more updated version overall. Is that it? It's nicer to look at. Ah, well, I think I'm gonna get the Mark One. I think I'm gonna get the Mark One. It's too fucking good for the price. Uh, yeah. Well, I want the analog heat not because, well, I want it for the tone work. I want the tone work to have its own warming station. Because the analog rhythm and analog four, they can stand on their own. Digitone is digitone. It's gonna sound digital, but digitone one is pretty dirty. I love the way it sounds. It sounds, even though it's digital, it has a gritty character to it. It's like it's untamed type of type of a box, and that's from my own experience working with it. So I don't know. I'm looking at a one right now on the internet. It's $475. I made an offer to the person. Let's see if he says yes. I'll snatch it off of him. I really will. I will buy it. But let's see if he says yes. I made him an offer. I just want to stay. I don't want. I want to stay under the $500 for a Mark One. For a Mark Two, I'm willing to pay 650, $700. For a Plus FX, they don't go lower than $800. So. Uh, I'm thinking about it because it has like an EQ, right, so you can bump the high end on those if I'm not mistaken, on those units you can either add a little bit more shine to the high end and to the low end, and I'm attracted to that. Plus it also has, yeah, it also has saturation distortion, and it has different types of distortion. If I wanted to like sound design something, I can just run it through it. I guess that would be great. Uh, right now, the MPC has become a paperweight, sadly, but it's the truth. It has become a paperweight right now, and just because I'm finding myself so much more productive with the Electron workflow, which is odd, right? You would say like you would think that, oh, the MPC will be more straightforward. I don't know about that. I think that the fact that I can just do whatever I want right then and there is what makes my workflow faster right now. Because I can do whatever I want. I don't have to go and try to make an automation on an effect. And I open an automation lane and then I do an effect and draw it inside of a touch screen. It's very different than pressing a button and adding the movement to that button itself. It's a whole different thing. Faster, way faster. Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking about that. I was thinking about the Novation Peak. Uh, I'm intrigued by that piece of equipment, and I don't know if I need so much more synthesis. I think I'm done right now. But to get another big piece of equipment for the studio, it has to be something that really is really worth it. And I was thinking about what's the name of that Arturia rumpler they have now that it's like you can bring all the VSTs into the piano itself. It's like a little, comes in a little 37 key one. Yeah, pads with velocity. I understand the thing about Yeah, I do understand the thing about chopping and playing the pads and all that stuff. I don't know. I did it a lot of times, and I like it. That's why I'm not getting rid of it. It's just on the side right now. For now. It's gonna be on the side. Yeah, exactly. The Astrolab. So I was thinking about getting the Astrolab, the little 37 key one, just to have certain sounds like natural sounds, because I saw that it has wind instruments, and it sounds really good though. Wind instruments. I got rid of the MC707. I got rid of it because it was becoming also a paperweight. One, and second, uh, I was finding out that the scatter effects is cool on the MC707. It's really cool, but when it comes time to perform, they tend to be too loud. Like they take over so fucking hard, and even if you try to tame them back, it's like an untameable. Like it's too loud. It's loud. It's not controlled. So if I were to record these performances, every time I press that scatter, it will jump the volume too high. Even if you try to tame it, you feel like it's not. It doesn't feel natural. It doesn't. It feels like something that comes from a different place. I don't know if you get it. It's like when you hit the scatter effect, it feels like it comes from somewhere else. It doesn't feel part of the production itself. And now, well, what I'm doing is for effects. Well, then I'm using the fill option on. I'm gonna drive back to the spot. Uh, I'm using the fill option. Look at that. We have Google Maps passing by. Say hello to Google Maps. There you go. Google Maps. You say hello to my little friend. It's Waymo. It's called Waymo. What is Waymo? Is that a self-driving vehicle or something like that? Probably is. Let's drive back to the spot because my auntie is getting her eyes fixed. She gets an injection in the eye. That must hurt, bro. But that's the only way she can see for at least a week. That's fucked up, bro. Being a diabetic sucks. Yeah, Waymo is a self-driving car. Yeah, it's the first one I ever see. We're close here to the downtown area. We're almost in the middle of Orlando. Orlando, Florida. That's where we at right now. What else? There's not much. What you guys think? What you guys think is gonna happen at Super Booth? Do you think they're gonna come out with something that is really amazing? Other than, well, I guess the machines world has to be happy because that's where they release all the what's it called, the oh my god, sorry, man, I talk about this shit all the time and I'm forgetting the words. Can you believe that? What's the name of that shit? Modular stuff. All the modules, the new modules are gonna come out now in this next few weeks. You must be jumping. Um, yeah, and Aaron parties too. You into modular too, right? You do modular too. I think I've seen you do some stuff with modular. Yeah, it's awesome. I don't get me wrong. I like the modular thing, but if I'm gonna do the modular thing, I'm not gonna go and buy a Behringer 2600. I'm gonna do the modular. I'm gonna get the modular case. I'm gonna get a smaller skiff or probably a regular one, but I'm not. I'm gonna save that for later. I think it's not. I don't have a time right now to. I think it's not the time yet. It's not the time yet. I think there's a lot for me to find in the regular synthesizer world. Uh, and the crazy thing, I think about modular. I would do something that is not on the market. That's what I would do. I would create a modular system where I get to make stuff that is impossible to do in like regular synthesizers. That's what I would build. I'll build something that has like, I don't know, fucking 10 LFOs available for use, and with like fucking like 30 multipliers and fucking because I know a little bit about modular because I had all this semi-modular stuff from Behringer, so I kind of know, kind of, and I have used what's going on, George G's, and I have used like BCB Rack, and I've learned a lot from BCB Rack. I still have BCB Rack, and I mess with it every now and then. I like it. I just don't get a couple things. Uh, I know that you have to bring the MIDI module into it, so it'll grab MIDI notes. But in modular is about not using MIDI like that, just using voltage all the way. So I barely use that, and I like to play around with the all these LFOs and envelopes and stuff. And I find VCB Rack to be a gateway drug because I've used it, and it's not VCB Rack the one that I'm using. I'm using the other one, the free one. What's the name of the free one? There's another one. It's basically made by the same people. Yeah, I like it because I make drums. I Aaron Prices. I like to mix voltage and MIDI at the same time. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, because with MIDI is like a with MIDI it will be like a little bit more control, I would say. No, but there's another app, and that's the one I got. I forget the name of it. Uh, it sounds like a religious thing. I forget the name of it. Anyway, it's not VCV. I tried VCV and it's good, but there's another one that is different from VCV, and it has all the modules are open, and you can download. You can download even more, and you can even get paid ones too. Man, you can pay for the modules. It's very addicting. Uh, yeah, it's very addicting. I'm thinking about that, but that's gonna come on later on. Probably next year I'll start working on a little rack. Make myself a really. Can you hear me? I see you next time. I gotta pick up my people. See you later. I'll see you. Catch you later on tonight. I'll hop in the studio. All right. Cool. Cool. All right. All right. Peace out, everybody.